Let's talk about something we all think about, something that shapes relationships. How men view sex with you. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand men on a deeper level. You'll see things that will change the way you perceive relationships. This isn't about what you think you know. It's about uncovering what they really want, what they need, and most importantly, what you deserve. Let's talk about something we all think about, something that shapes relationships. How men view sex with you. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's a topic that we often shy away from, but let's dive deep, because when you understand how men view sex, you're not just improving your relationship, you're elevating your understanding of connection itself. You see, sex isn't just an act for men. It's a complex blend of desires, vulnerabilities, and needs. They don't always express it in ways that are easy to understand, but they are searching for something much more profound than a physical connection. Men crave emotional bonds just as much as physical satisfaction, yet many don't know how to articulate it. Here's the reason you should stay tuned. In the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the layers of this topic. I promise. What you think you know is just the surface. You'll gain insight into how men's minds really work when it comes to intimacy and how you can build a deeper, more fulfilling connection. This is about revealing the truth in relationships and sex. Truths that often go unsaid but shape every part of our connection with one another. So stay with me, because once you understand this, you'll change the way you interact in relationships. You'll approach sex not just as an act, but as a reflection of something much bigger. This conversation is about creating intimacy and trust, something every relationship needs, but very few people ever fully understand. And I'm here to help you see it in a way you've never thought of before. Sex is more than just physical. It's about connection. When men engage in intimacy, they aren't just thinking about the physical pleasure they'll experience. They're seeking a deeper bond. That connection goes beyond the body. It touches the heart and the mind. Men want to feel that they're not only being seen and appreciated for their physicality, but also for who they are on a deeper level. This connection is rooted in a desire to feel understood, valued, and cared for. It's not just about the chemistry in the moment, but about what it means to truly be present for each other. When sex is seen as an opportunity to connect on all levels, it becomes far more meaningful. Men may not always express it in obvious ways, but they are looking for that emotional tie that lets them know they matter beyond just the surface. A man who feels emotionally connected to his partner is often more fulfilled in the relationship, and this connection makes the physical part of the relationship more intense and rewarding. For men, the experience of being loved, understood, and supported during intimacy strengthens the bond and makes them feel secure and cherished. If you understand that sex is an expression of connection, you'll begin to realize that every touch, every word, every act carries meaning beyond just physical gratification. It becomes a way of saying, I'm here for you and I want to be close to you in every possible way. This realization shifts the way intimacy is viewed from something transactional. And when you start to approach intimacy as a connection, it opens the door to a deeper, more fulfilling relationship for both partners. Respect is key. Men, like anyone, want to feel respected, not just in the relationship, but also in intimate moments. This respect isn't only about the way they're treated physically, but how they're valued for their ideas, emotions, and contributions. When a man feels respected, he feels safe to be vulnerable, to share his thoughts, and to connect on a level that goes beyond the superficial. It's a mutual exchange where both people are honored for who they are inside and out. Too often we mistakenly believe that respect is a given, but it has to be earned and actively nurtured. It's the foundation of any meaningful connection, including in the bedroom. When respect is present, men feel they are more than just their physical attributes or what they can provide. They know their worth goes beyond the surface, and that respect extends to their emotional needs, their boundaries, and their individuality. This level of respect creates an environment where both partners can be their authentic selves, free from judgment or objectification. A man wants to know that the woman he's with sees him as more than just a sexual partner, but as a complete person with his own thoughts, feelings, and vulnerabilities. When this respect is present, it builds trust, which in turn strengthens the connection. And let me tell you, trust is the foundation of a great relationship. Respect also means recognizing each other's boundaries, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Men, just like women, need to feel that they're not being pushed into something they're not comfortable with. They want to know that their feelings, their limits, and their desires are being honored. When you're both on the same page, the physical connection becomes something that flows naturally and deeply. When respect is established, it opens up the possibility of true intimacy. It's not just about the physical act of sex, it's about creating a space where both partners can be vulnerable, honest, and truly connect. And that is the kind of environment that fosters not just great sex, but a deep, lasting relationship. Communication in and out of the bedroom is crucial. It's the bedrock of any successful relationship, but even more so when it comes to intimacy. Men don't always know what to say or how to express their desires or needs when it comes to sex. Many times, it's not because they don't want to communicate, but because they're unsure of how to do so in a way that doesn't make them feel vulnerable or misunderstood. This is why open and honest communication is essential for a healthy sexual relationship. When men can talk freely about what they want, need, or desire, it takes the pressure off both partners. They're not left guessing what the other person likes or dislikes, and there's less room for frustration or disappointment. It's about knowing what turns each other on, emotionally and physically, and learning to adjust as needed. But that communication needs to go both ways. Women also have to feel comfortable sharing their own needs and desires. Men want to know how they can satisfy you, but they need guidance. When you openly communicate what you enjoy, what makes you feel good, and what you're not comfortable with, it creates a sense of partnership. It's a mutual exchange of ideas, feelings, and desires. And let's not forget that communication isn't just verbal. It's the body language, the small gestures, the way you touch or hold each other. Men pay attention to these cues. Whether you're engaged and enjoying the moment, or if there's tension, discomfort, or hesitation, the energy in the room tells them a lot, just as much as what you're saying. This communication builds trust, and trust is essential in creating an environment where both partners feel safe, heard, and valued. When you trust each other enough to share your deepest desires and vulnerabilities, you break down walls, allowing the connection to deepen in ways that can't be achieved through just physical touch alone. At the end of the day, the best intimacy is built on understanding each other's needs and being able to communicate those needs without fear of judgment. If you can create that space where both partners are comfortable being vulnerable, you can unlock a level of sexual connection that goes beyond the physical, enriching the relationship in ways that go far deeper. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities. Men are drawn to women who are comfortable with themselves, who carry themselves with assurance, not because of how they look, but because of the energy they project. Confidence is magnetic. It's not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about owning who you are, embracing your flaws, and showing up as your true self unapologetically. This kind of confidence doesn't just affect how others see you, it affects how you see yourself. And that, in turn, makes a massive difference in any relationship. When a woman walks into a room with confidence, it's a silent statement that she is worthy of respect, love, and admiration. Men notice that. But more than physical appearance, it's the quiet strength in knowing your worth that catches their attention. Men don't just want someone they can look at, they want someone they can admire, respect, and connect with emotionally. Confidence in a woman shows that she knows her own value, and when she knows her own value, she isn't afraid to communicate her needs and desires in the relationship. This confidence is crucial when it comes to intimacy. Men find it incredibly attractive when a woman is comfortable in her own skin, when she knows what she likes and isn't afraid to express it. It creates an atmosphere where both partners feel free to explore, experiment, and express their desires without fear of judgment. Confidence isn't just about how a woman looks in a certain outfit or how she holds herself. It's also about how she carries herself in the moments of vulnerability. When you can be confident in your vulnerability, it shows strength. Furthermore, confidence goes hand in hand with the way you handle challenges, both in and out of the bedroom. When you exude confidence, it signals to your partner that you're not afraid to tackle difficult conversations or face uncomfortable moments together. This creates trust and respect, which are the cornerstones of any healthy relationship, especially a sexual one. And let's be clear, confidence is not about arrogance or thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about being at peace with who you are, accepting your strengths and imperfections alike. When you're confident, you create an environment where both partners feel comfortable expressing their truest selves. You give your partner the freedom to do the same. That level of security leads to a deeper intimacy where sex becomes more than just a physical act. It becomes an exploration of mutual respect, admiration, and love. A man's sense of self-worth and confidence is often deeply tied to how he perceives himself within the context of a relationship, especially when it comes to intimacy. And one of the most powerful ways to build this connection is through emotional intimacy. Men are just as much in need of feeling emotionally connected as women are, but often they may not know how to articulate it. They crave that bond that allows them to be vulnerable, to express their feelings, and to experience closeness that goes beyond just physical attraction. When you allow yourself to be emotionally intimate with a man, you're offering him a space to feel safe, heard, and valued. This emotional connection is what allows him to truly let his guard down, allowing for deeper conversations, shared experiences, and a more meaningful bond overall. For men, emotional intimacy is often the gateway to a truly satisfying sexual relationship. When he feels emotionally connected to you, it enhances his physical attraction and desire, but it also deepens his respect and admiration for you. This connection is not just about sharing your feelings, it's about showing empathy and understanding. Men want to know that you can be there for them, not just as a partner in the physical sense, but as someone who sees them as more than just a man. They want to be seen as individuals with their own fears, desires, and dreams. When they can open up about those things without fear of judgment, it strengthens their emotional connection with you. It's important to note that emotional intimacy isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent effort and vulnerability. Men don't always know how to express themselves emotionally, and sometimes they need time and encouragement to open up. By showing patience, understanding, and support, you create a safe environment where he feels empowered to share his true self with you. Moreover, emotional intimacy creates an environment of trust. Men will feel more secure in the relationship when they know their emotions and vulnerabilities are respected and valued. This trust is what fosters deeper, more connected sexual experiences. When a man feels emotionally supported, his desire to connect with you in all ways, physically, emotionally, and mentally, grows stronger. In this sense, emotional intimacy becomes the foundation on which everything else rests. It's about being emotionally available to one another, listening actively, and offering support and care. It transforms the relationship from one of mere attraction to one of profound connection, where both partners feel seen, heard, and deeply respected. And that ultimately creates a space for physical intimacy that is far more fulfilling than simply the act itself. And it becomes a celebration of the emotional bond you've built. A man's attraction to a woman goes beyond just physical appearance. It's about how she carries herself, her sense of self-worth, and the energy she exudes. When a woman knows her value, it sends a powerful message to a man. It's not about being perfect or fitting some societal standard. It's about owning who you are, embracing both your strengths and your imperfections, and living with the confidence that you are enough, just as you are. This sense of self-worth is incredibly attractive to men because it shows that you don't rely on external validation to feel good about yourself. Men are drawn to women who have an inner strength, who don't seek approval from others, but instead trust their own judgment. When you know your worth, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated, and that standard is respected. But beyond that, a woman who knows her worth also understands the importance of boundaries. She knows what she will and won't tolerate in a relationship, and this clarity helps her navigate her connection with a partner with confidence. Men admire this because it signals strength and a level of emotional maturity. They want to know that the woman they're with is someone who values herself enough to set boundaries that protect her well-being, emotionally and physically. This self-respect creates a safe environment where both partners can thrive. When you feel good about yourself, it influences how you interact with others, how you communicate, how you set expectations, and how you express your needs. Men want a partner who is confident in what they want because it creates an open and honest dynamic. Confidence in a woman allows for a deeper connection because she is secure enough to show up authentically without pretense or fear of judgment. Moreover, knowing your value means understanding that you deserve a relationship that aligns with your needs, desires, and goals. You don't settle for less because you believe you are worthy of the best. This doesn't mean being demanding or unrealistic. Rather, it's about understanding that you bring something valuable to the table. And when a man sees that, he's more likely to rise to the occasion, wanting to meet you at your level, to show up for you in ways that honor your worth. This self-assuredness transforms the way a man views you, not just in terms of physical attraction, but on a deeper emotional level. He sees you as someone who brings value to his life, and that's what keeps him invested. When a woman knows her worth, she becomes magnetic, not just in her appearance, but in the way she makes others, especially men, feel like they are privileged to be a part of her life. It's this energy that elevates the connection from surface level attraction to something much more meaningful and lasting. Sex is more than just a physical act. It's an expression of emotional depth, trust, and love. For men, intimacy is not just about satisfying physical urges or seeking pleasure. It's a way to communicate feelings that might not always be easy to put into words. Men often view sex as a way to connect on a deeper level, to show affection and care for someone they trust. It's not always just about the release. It's about sharing a moment of vulnerability with their partner. When men engage in sex, they're often looking for a form of emotional intimacy that transcends the physical. This is why sex can be such an important part of the relationship, because it provides a way to express feelings that might be difficult to articulate otherwise. For many men, The act itself is a way to bond, to feel closer, and to experience a sense of unity with their partner. It's about creating a shared experience that builds a deeper connection. When both partners feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable in that way, sex can become more than just an exchange of physical sensations. It becomes an exchange of trust, understanding, and love. Men may not always express it directly, but they often want to know that their partner feels the same level of emotional investment during those intimate moments. They want to know that sex is a way to deepen the relationship, not just an isolated event. Additionally, the emotional aspect of sex for men is also linked to how they feel emotionally secure in the relationship. When a man feels emotionally supported, respected, and cherished by his partner, it opens the door to a more fulfilling sexual connection. This is why intimacy isn't solely about physical touch. It's about how both partners show up for each other emotionally, even before they enter the bedroom. Emotional intimacy outside of sex sets the stage for a deeper and more meaningful sexual experience. Moreover, men often associate good sex with a sense of validation. When they feel emotionally connected to their partner, it boosts their sense of self-worth. Men are not immune to feelings of insecurity, and knowing that they are appreciated in this deeply intimate way often makes them feel more confident in other aspects of the relationship. It's a way of showing that they are loved, cared for, and desired, not just for their body, but for who they are as individuals. Sex in this light becomes a powerful tool for relationship growth. It's not just about the momentary pleasure. It's a way to strengthen the emotional ties between two people. The act of intimacy itself can help solidify trust and build a stronger bond, making the physical connection even more fulfilling. When both partners understand that sex is not just about the physical, but also an opportunity for emotional expression, it changes the way intimacy is experienced and cherished. The mind is as powerful as the body, and when it comes to intimacy, mental connection is just as important, if not more so, than physical attraction. Men, like women, seek more than just a physical presence. They crave a mental and emotional connection that allows them to feel understood, valued, and supported. A strong mental connection enhances the physical experience by deepening the bond between two people. It's about more than just chemistry. It's about intellectual and emotional alignment, which is the foundation for a fulfilling relationship. For men, a mental connection means being able to have conversations that go beyond surface level topics, connecting on values, ideas, and beliefs. It's being able to have deep, meaningful discussions about life, aspirations, fears, and even trivial things that show you understand one another on a deeper level. When a man feels like he's with someone who understands his thoughts, his passions, and his struggles, that connection fuels not just his emotional well-being, but his desire for intimacy as well. Mental connection also extends to shared interests and the ability to communicate openly and honestly. When you can engage with each other in ways that go beyond the physical, you create a foundation of trust and respect that makes intimacy more meaningful. Men appreciate a partner who is intellectually stimulating, someone who can hold their own in conversations, challenge their ideas, and offer fresh perspectives. It's not just about being physically attractive, it's about being mentally engaging, offering support and insight into each other's lives. In a sexual relationship, mental connection can elevate physical intimacy to a level where both partners are fully present in the moment. It's not just about the physical actions. It's about the mental space both people occupy together where they feel emotionally attuned and engaged. When both partners are mentally aligned and feel a sense of shared understanding, the physical connection becomes more attuned to each other's needs, desires, and boundaries. Furthermore, a strong mental connection allows both partners to be more open with each other. Men often fear judgment or rejection, And having a safe mental and emotional space to express themselves, share their insecurities, and explore their desires allows for deeper intimacy. When a man feels mentally connected with his partner, he's more likely to be vulnerable, to open up about his emotions and desires, which can strengthen the bond both in and out of the bedroom. A mental connection is also essential in maintaining long-term satisfaction in a relationship. Physical attraction can fade over time, but a deep mental and emotional connection can grow and evolve, keeping the relationship vibrant and meaningful. It's the foundation that holds everything else together. When you create a relationship where both partners feel mentally engaged, it nurtures a lasting intimacy that goes far beyond just physical pleasure. This kind of connection fosters respect, love, and a sense of partnership that keeps both people engaged and invested in each other's well-being. Understanding that sex is not just an isolated act but a part of a larger emotional and relational framework is crucial. For men, the quality of sex often reflects the overall health of the relationship. It's not just about physical attraction or satisfaction. It's about the connection, the trust, and the emotional investment shared between partners. When the emotional and mental aspects of the relationship are strong, the physical connection follows suit. Men, like women, need to feel secure and supported in all aspects of the relationship for their sexual experiences to feel fulfilling. Men often view sex as an extension of their bond with their partner. When the relationship is emotionally charged, when both partners feel loved, valued, and respected, the sexual aspect becomes an expression of that connection. The physical act of intimacy then becomes more than just a pursuit of pleasure. It becomes a shared moment of love, trust, and vulnerability. This deeper connection makes the sexual experience more meaningful as it's built on a foundation of emotional security and mutual respect. In a relationship where emotional intimacy is prioritized, both partners are able to communicate openly about their desires, their boundaries, and their needs. Men are more likely to express their emotional vulnerabilities when they feel safe and secure in their relationship, and this opens the door to a deeper, more fulfilling sexual connection. Sex in this context becomes an act of mutual care and consideration, where both partners are tuned into each other's needs and desires. This mutual understanding is what makes the sexual relationship sustainable. It's not just about the immediate satisfaction or pleasure, but about building a bond that can endure. When men feel emotionally supported in the relationship, they are more likely to show up for their partner in ways that go beyond the physical. They become more attentive, more engaged, and more committed to creating an environment where both partners feel valued and cared for. This deep emotional investment translates into a stronger, more connected sexual experience. Moreover, when the emotional connection is strong, both partners are better able to navigate the natural ups and downs of intimacy. Sexual relationships are not static. They evolve over time, and challenges will inevitably arise. But when the emotional connection is solid, both partners are more likely to approach these challenges with patience, understanding, and a willingness to grow together. This is where true intimacy thrives. When both people are willing to be vulnerable, to communicate openly, and to support each other through both the highs and lows of the relationship. In the long run, it's this emotional foundation that makes sexual intimacy not just a physical act, but a reflection of the deeper emotional bond shared between two people. The more emotionally invested you are in each other, the more fulfilling the sexual connection becomes. It's about creating a relationship where both partners feel heard, understood, and valued, and where intimacy is not just a moment in time, but an ongoing, evolving part of the relationship. When both partners are emotionally and physically aligned, the sexual experience becomes a powerful expression of love, care, and connection. The importance of physical attraction in a relationship cannot be understated, but it's essential to understand that it's not the only factor that drives intimacy. Men, like anyone, seek a partner they feel physically drawn to. But that attraction deepens when it's supported by emotional, intellectual, and relational connections. The physical aspect of intimacy is often intertwined with how comfortable a man feels in the relationship, how safe and secure he feels with his partner, and how seen and valued he is, not just for his appearance, but for who he is as a person. Physical attraction in a relationship isn't just about how someone looks. It's about how they make you feel. When there's a strong emotional connection, the physical chemistry becomes more intense. It's about the energy that both partners bring into the relationship, which feeds the attraction. Men, like women, are drawn to those who make them feel desired, wanted, and respected. The way a partner looks at them, touches them, or even speaks to them can enhance the physical attraction. It's this subtle interplay between emotional connection and physical chemistry that often creates the most powerful bonds. For men, physical attraction isn't static. It evolves with the relationship. When a man feels emotionally close to his partner, when they share deep conversations, support each other, and engage in activities that strengthen their bond, the attraction to that person intensifies. It's not just about initial appearances, but the way someone makes you feel over time. The emotional connection reinforces the physical attraction, making it stronger and more meaningful. Men also appreciate partners who make an effort to take care of themselves, not just for the sake of physical attraction, but because it reflects self-respect. When a person cares for their body, their health, and their well-being, it sends the message that they value themselves. And that sense of self-worth is inherently attractive. Men find it appealing when a partner takes pride in their physical health and wellness, as it often signals that they are in tune with their own needs and are capable of taking care of themselves, which in turn contributes to the strength of the relationship. Additionally, physical attraction is linked to the way both partners interact with each other. It's about the chemistry that is built through physical touch, holding hands, hugging, kissing, and other forms of physical affection. These small acts of intimacy help to strengthen the bond and keep the attraction alive. It's not just about sex, it's about the physical connection that happens in everyday moments. Men value partners who are affectionate, who initiate touch, and who are attuned to their needs in ways that go beyond the sexual. These gestures deepen the emotional bond and reinforce the physical attraction. However, it's important to note that physical attraction doesn't always remain constant. Relationships evolve, and so do the ways in which attraction is experienced. But when a man feels emotionally and mentally connected to his partner, that attraction continues to grow and adapt. It becomes more than just surface level. It becomes about the way both partners make each other feel on a deeper, more personal level. It's this combination of emotional, intellectual, and physical attraction that creates a well-rounded, fulfilling intimacy that goes beyond just the physical, lasting long after the initial spark of attraction has faded. Sex is a powerful tool for emotional expression in a relationship, and for many men, it is one of the ways they feel most connected to their partner. When a man feels emotionally supported, heard, and valued in the relationship, it opens the door for deeper and more meaningful sexual experiences. Intimacy becomes not just a physical act, but a shared moment of emotional connection, trust, and vulnerability. The emotional bond that is cultivated over time plays a significant role in how satisfying and fulfilling the sexual experience is for both partners. For men, the desire to be seen and understood goes hand in hand with the need for emotional closeness during intimate moments. When a man feels emotionally secure in the relationship, when he knows his partner respects and cherishes him, it deepens the trust between them. This sense of trust and emotional intimacy creates an environment where both partners can be vulnerable which is crucial for a fulfilling sexual relationship. Vulnerability allows both people to share their true desires, fantasies, and needs without fear of judgment, creating a deeper level of emotional and physical connection. When sex is infused with emotional intimacy, it becomes an expression of love, respect, and deep care for one another. For many men, sex is not just about seeking physical pleasure, but a way to demonstrate affection and strengthen their emotional connection. Being able to express love and desire in such an intimate way deepens the bond between partners and makes the sexual experience feel more meaningful. Men want to know that their partner is emotionally invested in the relationship, that they are both building something real and lasting. When emotional intimacy is present, sex is often more fulfilling, as it goes beyond just physical release and becomes an act of shared emotional closeness. Additionally, emotional intimacy during sex enhances communication, which is critical for satisfying and meaningful experiences. Men want to feel that their partner is just as engaged in the moment as they are, that their desires are understood and respected. When both partners are emotionally in tune, it makes it easier to communicate needs and boundaries, ensuring that both people feel comfortable and cared for during intimacy. This mutual understanding leads to a deeper sense of satisfaction as both partners are able to express their desires without hesitation or discomfort. Moreover, emotional intimacy creates a sense of safety. For many men, emotional vulnerability can feel risky, especially if they fear rejection or being misunderstood. But when the relationship is built on emotional trust and mutual respect, men are more likely to open up and express their feelings during sex. This creates a sense of emotional security that enhances the sexual experience, allowing both partners to fully embrace each other without fear of judgment or insecurity. This emotional depth strengthens the sexual bond over time. As the emotional intimacy in the relationship deepens, the sexual connection also becomes more profound. Over time, this bond becomes a powerful force that fuels not only the physical aspects of the relationship, but the emotional and spiritual connection as well. When men feel emotionally nurtured and supported in their relationship, it fosters a sense of peace and contentment that translates into a more fulfilling sexual experience where both partners feel valued, loved, and deeply connected. For many men, the act of sex is intertwined with feelings of love, respect, and appreciation for their partner. When a man feels deeply loved and cared for, it significantly impacts the way he views and experiences intimacy. It's not just about the physical pleasure. It's about the emotional significance of sharing such an intimate moment with someone he trusts. The emotional connection that exists between partners is essential for fostering a sexual experience that feels fulfilling, meaningful, and validating. When love and respect are present, sex becomes a deeper expression of the relationship itself, something that reinforces the bond between the partners. Sex can be a powerful way to communicate feelings of affection and devotion. For many men, physical intimacy becomes the primary way to express their emotions, especially if they struggle to articulate their feelings verbally. When a man feels loved, he is more likely to show that love through physical affection. The act of being physically intimate with a partner becomes a manifestation of his emotional investment in the relationship. When this connection is reciprocated, both partners experience a sense of shared love that strengthens their emotional and physical bond. This deepens the overall quality of the relationship and creates a stronger foundation for future intimacy. Moreover, the feeling of being respected within the relationship plays a critical role in how men experience sex. Men value partners who honor their boundaries, desires, and needs. When respect is mutual, it builds trust and emotional security, which in turn allows for a more fulfilling sexual experience. If a man feels that his partner respects not only his body, but also his emotional needs and desires, It makes him more open, vulnerable, and engaged during intimacy. This mutual respect creates a space where both partners can explore their sexual connection in a way that makes them feel safe, valued, and cherished. The sense of being loved and respected also enhances sexual satisfaction by fostering confidence. When a man feels emotionally secure in the relationship, he is more likely to feel good about himself and his place within the relationship. This self-assurance translates into a more confident approach to intimacy, where both partners are able to enjoy and express their desires without fear of rejection or insecurity. It's in this environment of love and respect that sexual intimacy can flourish, as both partners are free to enjoy the experience fully, knowing that their connection goes beyond just the physical. Love and respect also have a long-term impact on how men perceive sex in the context of the relationship. In many cases, men who feel loved and respected are more invested in the relationship as a whole. The emotional fulfillment that comes from being in a relationship where love and respect are present often leads to stronger commitment and a greater desire for intimacy. When a man feels that his partner truly cares for him, not just in the bedroom, but in all aspects of the relationship, it deepens his emotional attachment, making sex even more meaningful and satisfying. This emotional foundation reinforces the sexual connection, ensuring that both partners continue to experience intimacy in a way that nurtures their bond. Additionally, when men feel loved and respected, they are more likely to be in tune with their partner's needs as well. The sense of mutual affection and respect creates an environment where both partners are dedicated to ensuring that the other feels loved, appreciated, and sexually satisfied. This collaborative effort strengthens the relationship, making the sexual experience a shared journey of connection and growth. It's this kind of love and respect that transforms sex into something far beyond physical pleasure. It becomes a powerful expression of the relationship's depth and commitment. Ultimately, love and respect form the cornerstone of a fulfilling sexual relationship. When both partners feel loved, valued, and respected, the act of sex becomes a profound experience that enhances the emotional, physical, and relational bonds between them. This combination of affection, appreciation, and emotional connection transforms sexual intimacy into an ongoing affirmation of the strength and vitality of the relationship. It's in this environment that both partners can fully experience and enjoy the deeper aspects of intimacy, creating a relationship that is not only sexually satisfying, but emotionally and spiritually fulfilling.